Hello, everyone. This is Asa Laveau, and this is my son Adonis. And welcome to Curly Hair Conversations. So, what is about to happen? Number one, we're about to get him a pillow because you guys cannot see him, but we're about to do his hair. So, 1 second as I get a few pillows for him. All right, try that. But they need to see you. All right. Are you gonna do that one? Okay. So again, this is Asa Laveau. I'm also known as America's #1 entrepreneur coach because I help queer identified entrepreneurs create their first $1,000 in business. Glad to have you guys on. Again, this is my son, my SONSUN Adonis. Say hello.
Hi.
All right, so this is what's gonna happen. I am going to do his hair with Curl Daddy products. He says he has some questions for me. He'll ask me while you guys are watching me do his hair. And so the Curl Daddy line that we'll be using, we have the Curl Daddy Clean Me Up shampoo. We have the Curl Daddy Lay Me Down conditioner. We have the Curl Daddy Nourish Me Detangler leave-in. Let's see, we have the Curl Daddy Revive Me Deep Treatment. The Curl Daddy Glow Me Up oil spray. And the Curl Daddy Hold Me cream gel. All right, so he's already washed his hair with the Clean Me Up shampoo. If you guys have questions, feel free to type in your question. We'll do our best to respond. And so what I'm going to do now is apply the Lay Me Down conditioner, and we'll smell it. I'm a big smeller. What are you smelling?
Like lavender.
Like lavender? Well, let's see. It has avocado oil, grapefruit, and lemongrass extract. So maybe the lavender is the lemongrass. All right. So as I put it said the directions are apply a generous amount through the curl by running through the fingers, then rinse. Okay, so I'll do that. So as I'm running those, what question did you have of me? Hold on. Somebody says, "Hey, Ace, your son, he's so handsome." Oh, thank you. All right, so what question did you have?
What would your next book be about?
Okay, so first off, I did not ask him that question. I did not ask him to say that at all. So his question was, what was the next book that I'm going to do? He asked that because ever since he's known me to be his dad, I have always had a book coming out. And so the book that's coming out next month is actually my 6th book, and it is called Black and Queer. The subtitle is There's More in My Tank Than Sugar, which is based on a black euphemism to explain someone who's homosexual when they say, "Girl, you know he got a little sugar in his tank." So that's what that's about. That's what that's for. Yeah. And I let him read the chapter that I wrote about him last night. I let him read it because he's about to be 14. That's why. All right. So what other question do you have?
So like for the queer entrepreneurship,
Yeah, what about it?
like is there like a meeting that you do with people, or is it just like
Are you talking about for the book?
No.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so your thing, like where you have the queer entrepreneurship thing, where like you train them to be
Right, yes. I train queer people to be
like,
entrepreneurs, yes.
How do you do that?
How do I do it?
Yes.
What do you mean, how do I do it?
Like, how would you meet them and then you would ask for like this?
Oh, how do I meet them?
Yeah.
Okay. So he wants to know, his question was, because of what I do with helping queer entrepreneurs create their first $10,000, his question was, how do I meet them? Well, this is going to be a different kind of response. All right, so because I identify as pansexual, which means if you're pretty, I'm probably interested. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a woman, a man, gender non-conforming, gender fluid. Like, if you're pretty, I want to say what's up. So, with that being said, there are some times that I meet people in the queer community at clubs, at bars. I meet people through network. Someone I may have dated once, may have a friend that's interested. I've had times when people come to me. We're still putting in the lay me down conditioner, by the way. That's what we're doing right now. There are times that I have, there have been times that I've been connected with people on a dating app. And before we actually link up in a romantic way, they want to know about how I can help their dreams come true. I will say that with this, so I'm taking a pause. So with this lay me down conditioner from Curl Daddy, it's gliding. I will say that. So his curls, it's a gliding type of a thing. So I like that. That's a very good thing. So that's how I meet people. Sometimes I get into their DMs. I have no problem going to LGBTQ plus person and getting into their messages and saying like, hey, I can really help you. I see that you don't have a website. I see that you don't have a consistent brand. I see that the possibility of you not making a lot of money is real, and I can see that. I can actually see it. And so I will ask them more about their business and see if they're available for a conversation. Once I know that they're available for a conversation, then I pitch them. I tell them what I can do, what I have done for clients in the past, why I'm good, because I can say all of those things. I can literally tell any potential client why they should work with me, why I'm worth the investment, whether the investment is an $88 a month package all the way up to my $10,000 package. It does not matter at all. Did that answer your question? Mm-hmm. Okay, with that being said, it did not say, and I don't see any questions, by the way. So it doesn't say that we have to wait a certain amount of time. So I've been massaging the conditioner in his hair for about a few minutes. And like I said, he already used the Curl Daddy shampoo. And so now what we'll do, we will rinse the hair out. And if you guys have questions, please let us know. I don't like cold water, so I'm trying to wait until it's a little warm. And so the whole point of this is for him to ask me a question, or ask me a couple of questions, and for me to try out these products on his hair, because I think it's important. So someone just asked, Yvonne just asked, did you adopt your son, and what camera are you using? So with that question, you must be new to me. You must be very new to me. No, I did not adopt my son. This is my biological son. He came through me. I helped in his co-creation. Literally. I was married to a woman from 2003 until 2009. So no, I don't have any adopted children. This is the only child I have. And will likely, the way the divine is showing me, it'll be the only child I ever have. Yeah. All right. So that's not really warming up the way I want it to warm up. But how about we do it over here? This sink tends to be hotter. But like I said, if you guys have questions, feel free. We're going to rinse the conditioner out of his hair. Okay, this is hot. This is hot. Come on. Rinsing the conditioner out of his hair. And there we go. Let's see, what questions? Meredith says, hi Adonis and happy birthday soon. Yes, he turns 14 on the 23rd of this month. I'm rinsing it out. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Because I actually want you to see how the product is working with his hair. Some of you guys may have children of multiple mixed race, and that's what Adonis is. His mother is Hispanic. Of course, me being black. And yes, black is a culture. That's why I capitalize the B whenever I write it. Also, this Curl Daddy product that we are using right now is good because his hair is colored. Okay, so he has color in his hair. All right. All right, sit. All right, so what we did, just to recap so far, the Curl Daddy Clean Me Up shampoo we used first, followed by the Curl Daddy Lay Me Down conditioner. And now, the next thing we are going to use is the detangler. So that would be the Curl Daddy Nourish Me Detangler Leave-In. Bianca says, you are awesome, Dad. Thank you. Sometimes I don't always feel like an awesome dad, but I thank you. Meredith says, would you recommend these products for women or for her? So I actually know Meredith. Meredith, your hair would be perfect for these products for sure. I posted the website that you can get them. All right, so as you can see, these are brand new products. Okay, so this one doesn't have the thing on it. All right, so the directions say, shake well, spray lightly and evenly through damp or dry hair, comb through. We don't really use combs. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna rub it through his hair. All right, so remember, this is the Curl Daddy Nourish Me Detangler. All right, so what other questions do you have, Adonis?
Why are you a pescatarian?
Okay. His question was, why am I a pescatarian? All right, here's a few things. Number one, we went out to eat last night with my mom, and my mother's grandchildren call her Sweetie, and Sweetie is short for sweet honey. So, while we're eating, my mother gets something, and I decide to share with her, and we're going to have, it's at the hibachi place, and I get salmon. All right, so he sees me getting salmon after I often say that I'm vegetarian. What I actually say on social media is that I am vegan adjacent, which means though I like being vegan, I like the idea of being vegan, but I'm not totally vegan. So I'm not, and I don't do it because I don't want to hurt animals. That's not why I do it. It's because I've been watching too many documentaries about food for a few years now. So the first documentary I watched was called What the Health, and I watched it on Netflix. And you just can't unsee that. You just cannot unsee it. And so immediately I stopped eating red meat and I took dairy completely out of my diet. Immediately after watching What the Health. So then I watched a few more documentaries, and I still am about 2 years. In the last 2 years, I have not eaten any red meat, nor chicken, nor dairy products. So that's going good. So it feels good gliding in. This detangler spray is really good. I'm liking it. So I'm going to play with it a little bit more. So as I'm watching these documentaries and I'm changing my diet, one thing that I'm realizing is that food like salmon and lobster and shrimp don't have the same effect on my body that the meat and the dairy does or did. And so I started slowly incorporating small pieces of seafood back into my diet so that over time I could be called a pescatarian. So that's why I'm considered a pescatarian. So I'm not really, I'm close to being vegan, but I'm not a Nazi about it. So that's what that is. Did that answer your question? What does this feel like me doing this to your hair?
Like relaxing.
Okay, so it's relaxing. So it's not getting caught up. As I say, he has a lot of curls and it's not doing anything that I don't like. So far, the Curl Daddy products they're working out. They're good. All right. So what were you about to ask me?
Just like, how did you come up with like the Laveau group and stuff like that?
Are all your questions business questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Yvonne said it really looks good. Thanks, Yvonne. So the question he just asked me is how I came up with the Laveau Group, the name of the company that I have. Some of you guys don't know this, but my name has not always been Asa Laveau. I read a book by Iyanla Vanzant. I think it was In the Meantime. I think. And in that book, she talked about how her name used to be Robin. And I want to say it was like Robin Harris or something to that effect. And I was enamored, just totally enamored by the idea that someone that I looked up to, like Iyanla Vanzant, had changed their name and changed it legally. Let's see. So when I turned 30, I was living in California and I did not have a good relationship with my father. And he received his last name of Gray in a bootleg way. And I say a bootleg way because his biological father was not a Gray. His biological father, his last name was Boatman from Macon, Georgia. So, as I turned 30, I had a little existential crisis. And I decided that I didn't want to be a Gray anymore. The only person that I cared to inform that to was my mother. And like I said, I was living in California. She totally understood and she stood by me. So I changed my name from Asa Gray to Asa Laveau. So that's step number 1. Okay, so this pause. The Curl Daddy Nourish Me Detangler worked really, really good on his hair. All right, so now we're going to use the Curl Daddy Hold Me Cream Gel on his hair. Again, all these products are alcohol-free. They are actually vegan and cruelty-free, so they have not been tested on animals. Just so you guys know that. And the website is available. And as you can see, his curly hair is working out. It's really working out. I like the smell of it. I like the fact that it's non-greasy. It's not oily. It's not doing anything funky to my fingers. I like that. And so, let me continue with his question of how the Laveau Group came to be. First, let me do the directions. Work through towel-dried hair. Oh, we need to towel dry it. However, we are not going to towel dry his hair. Something that you guys might not know is with curly hair, if you use a towel, it'll actually take nutrients out of it. So you want to use something microfiber. So like a t-shirt, for instance. So let me go find a t-shirt really fast to dry his hair with. 1 second. I know this shirt is good because this is the shirt I run in. So I cut the I slammed the door too hard, and that's what happened. So, we are back. All right, so I have this shirt. I will dry his hair with a shirt rather than a towel, because that's just something I've learned along the way. But how I got the Laveau group, I actually went to a conference in San Diego, California in 2012. And in 2012, I learned about business on a level that I had never learned about. I learned that the biggest takeaway from that business conference, which was the first business conference I ever attended, the biggest takeaway was that people will pay you for what you know and not just for what you do. That was huge to me. Very huge to me. I went to that conference broke. And when I say I went to that conference broke, I mean that I drove my Ford Mustang from Oklahoma for 18 hours to San Diego straight through without stopping because I had no money for a hotel. I even arrived there a little early, so I slept in the parking lot of the hostel, not the hotel, the hostel down the street from the host hotel. I did not have any money at all. And so finally, about 2 hours before the first session started, I came to the hostel and I asked them, would you allow me to use your bathroom? I'm checking in today, but I know you don't have my room ready. And the woman at the desk was very nice and she said yes. And so I basically took a little whole bath in their public bathroom. I put my bags behind their register and I walked to the host hotel down that street in San Diego, looking as though I was staying in a 5-star hotel and no one knew. And at that place is when I learned about business, and it inspired me so much that when I came back home to Oklahoma, I took the money I had, went to one of those service providers online, and started a company. And that company was the Laveau Group. And the Laveau Group has this, as of this month, and is it today? No, it was yesterday. I didn't even do a post about it. So, I think it was March 12th. It was either March 12th or March 16th, 2012 is when that company started. And it has made all the difference. All the difference, for sure. All right, so this whole Curl Daddy Hold Me Cream Gel with jojoba oil and sunflower seed extract. It says put in, but it says to let it naturally dry. And this is the cream gel. So that's what I'm doing. If there are any questions that you guys have while he's asking questions of me, feel free to ask them. Any other questions? You have a question that's not about business? Like, seriously, there's so much more to who I am besides what I do.
Why do you work out so much?
Why do I work out so much? I wasn't expecting that question. All right, so the fact that I will be 37 in 3 months is probably the one reason why I work out so much. The men in our family, we don't really know what they die from because they die of things that they shouldn't die from. So we don't really know how old men in our family can actually become. They usually die before they're 60. Most men in our family. It's rare that they don't. And they die of things that could have been handled if they just took care of their bodies. If they stopped eating so much, if they stopped drinking so much, if they stopped smoking so much. And so because of that, I would like to find out how old men in our family can actually, like how old can we be? And so when you have kids, I would like to be around, and I would like to not have a walker, a cane, or anything. I want to be, they will call me Daddy Ace, and I desire to be the person that they go to when they want to have fun. I don't want to be restricted to a couch or the back room where people slip food inside of. Like, that's horrible. So that's one reason why I work out so much. Let me see. Lola asks, is this baby safe? Yes, because it's all natural and there's no alcohol in it. The Curl Daddy line would be baby safe. So, great question. Let's see. Another reason why I work out, another reason why I work out so much is because, Adonis, let's face it, your dad belongs to the LGBTQ community. And in this community, it kind of sucks. But the person that I see myself being with, eventually, and I'm totally single now, but the person I see myself being with is not someone who suffers from things like diabetes or high blood pressure or high cholesterol. Let's just be honest. I'm attracted to people that are fit, that have very active lifestyles. Yeah. And if I desire to be with a guy, then I probably want to be able to share his clothes. I'm just going to be real honest about that. So that's another reason why I work out so much. Another reason I work out so much is because I like the fact that I look younger than people my age. There are people that are 37 right now who look and act very elderly. And that's not sexy to me. Sexy to me is living your best life, which means taking care of yourself. That's what's sexy to me. And so I find it hilarious when people say all the things they want in a mate, but they don't exude that in themselves. So like if you want somebody with good credit, then you should have good credit. If you want somebody that is fit, then you should probably be fit. If you want somebody that runs marathons, you should probably register for at least a 5K. That's my take on it. Okay. So we just did the Curl Daddy Hold Me Cream Gel. I can literally glide my hand through your curls. I don't feel as though the color in your hair has been, rinsed out. I feel, yeah. What does it feel like? What does your hair feel like now?
It feels like soft.
It feels soft? It does. Your hair feels very soft, and this is the very first time that you used it. Would you think you would use it again? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Where can I get it?
But where can you, so his question was, where can he get it? So right now, they're working on a couple of beauty supply stores. I know they're almost done with that process, but right now you can go on the Curl Daddy website, and that is CurlDaddy.com. Again, CurlDaddy.com. And if you know anybody with kids with hair like this, with a lot of hair, bring them to this video. I'm definitely going to put this video on a couple other platforms once we are done here, but I'm happy. As his dad, I'm happy with the way his hair looked. If you do me a favor and kind of go up so they can kind of see it. All right, so this is his hair. To me, his hair looks like, have you ever had ramen noodles? Like the beef flavored noodles? Yeah. So after one, go back down a little bit. After one application, his curls are like light and fluffy. And I like that. It looks good. All right, so we're good. Any more questions before we end this with them?
Why do you not play games or games?
What do you mean games?
Like video games.
Why do I not play video games? Because you have a father that's a nerd. That's probably why. You want me to expound on that? Okay. So the question he asked me was, why do I not play games? Why do I not play video games? This is something that this is a part of being a dad that I have wanted to be, and I'm not that kind of dad. I'm not that kind of dad. Thankfully, in the past, I've been in relationships with people that played video games, but I am not the video game type. I am the nerd type, which means I enjoy books. I enjoy writing books. I enjoy reviewing books. I enjoy reading books. I enjoy even looking at books. I enjoy concerts. I enjoy documentaries, going to art galleries, going on 5-mile runs, no matter how slow and steady they might be for that day. But those are the things that I like. And so I'm not a gaming person. That's just not who I am. That's not me. It's just not me. I've taken him to the store to get games, so it's not like just because I don't like it that he doesn't like it. That's not real. If he likes it, that's great. But I'm not that kind of human. I am the definition of a blurred, a black nerd. That would be me. Let's see. So we have some people saying. So somebody said, "What's up? What's up to you guys?" Yes, it is tangle free. His hair, by using these products, are definitely tangle free. Somebody said it sounds like Isabella always lets play with the toy, and I'm like, no. So, I played with him when he was little, but I'm more of instead of let's go on a video game binge, my thing is let's go run. Like, why can't we just go run to Walmart? Spend a good hour. How's it feel?
Oh, yeah.
You like it? Mm-hmm. That's good. All right, so that's it for you out. Curly Conversations. As always, I am Asa Laveau. Dreams and blessings.